I'm fairly certain there's no fucking in this game.
Well, I don't want to play it then.
Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but like maybe there's some fucking. I don't know.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Nightmare Manor podcast, where we gasp and die.
Where we gasp and die.
On today's episode, last week we covered the games of 2023. This episode we're going to cover what we're excited for in the year of 2024. And see, we're going to touch on some that are coming. Not all of them, of course, because there's so many that are going to be coming. But we're going to touch on some and then focus on our favorites that are coming. So sit back and enjoy.
Yeah, we're going to talk about games that ain't coming because game studios are liars.
So we're going to be starting off with Killer Clown.
Yeah, I'm still mad. If you were curious if I'm still mad at Killer Clowns from Outer Space, yes, I'm still mad. Every time they tweet some shit, they're like, game out soon. I'm like, let me in. Yeah, I've tweeted that under their tweets. Because I'm just like, let me in, please. Just let me play your game. Note to that though, like last year, like the last episode of the podcast about last year's games. Last year was a banner fucking year for horror games.
It was.
Horror game lovers.
Horror fans ate last year. That's for sure.
Whether you like only play like studio horror games or indie games or itch.io games, like wherever you get your games from, you had good options for horror games last year, and that was cool.
And there was one.
I love seeing that.
There was one that we did mess up on. The new FNAF game, VR game, actually did release in 2023. We thought it just barely made the cusp into 2024, so we didn't really touch it. But it was a 2023 game when I went into Steam and looked.
Did it really?
Yeah, it released like super late, or like not super late. I think it was like mid, like it was after. What's that stupid game? That scam game?
The day before.
Yeah, it was like after the day before, like just got like destroyed. I think like a couple days after that is when FNAF came out.
Note from the editor, Numbers was vibing out with me in Discord while I was editing the YouTube video for this, and some bitch had to just like send me, like he sent me a bunch of messages about that game.
Uh-huh.
Like he had to actually say with a bunch of stuff. So
Numbers did.
Yeah, Numbers did. Hang on, in the just to not be a total asshole. Hang on. You scroll back through our messages. What did he say about that? Something about Foxhole. Something about these. We sent this. I was also sending him pictures from my phone.
Okay.
So as to not just send them to my computer like a smart person. Like I was just like, here, hold this. And then grabbing phones for the edits. Okay, so no, I was trying to get also the VR footage of me with my sweaty thighs. None of that footage exists, so sadly.
I'm sad about that. That would have been a great thing to add.
I know. You know what? He can just send it again after this week's episode. He'll just send it again. It'll be fine.
He'll correct us.
Listen, we talk a lot, me and that robotic bitch. So like, love him to death though.
Oh yeah.
But like, so you know what? He'll correct me a sec. He has no problem correcting.
Yeah,
me
he'll correct us.
Yeah, that's his. Their bread and butter is correcting my nonsense. That seems to be where their happy place is, and that's okay too.
I feel like that's just stream mods in general.
Well, bro, if your mods aren't bullying you, are they really your mods?
They have a sword for a reason. It should be a pickaxe, but or not. Really not a pickaxe. It should just be a pitchfork. There we go.
Yep.
Pitchfork and torches.
Yeah, if your mods aren't bullying you, are they really your mods?
Right. Another one I had seen though was there it is. The Lost Wild. It's a dinosaur survival. And it looks pretty dope. So it kind of looks, so we're going off of like Jurassic Park dinosaurs, not scientifically, oh my god, scientifically accurate dinosaurs. We're going Hollywood dinosaurs, which in my opinion, very spooky.
I
And
like listen, I understand that they probably were big chickens. That's cool.
yeah,
That's cool in its own way and also scary in its own way because I
yeah,
like chicken. I like chicken a lot. But like our Hollywood romanticized, I guess we'll say for
yeah,
lack of a better word, version of dinosaurs that look fucking cool.
yeah. Let us have cool dinosaurs. I don't want
Yeah,
big chickens.
yeah, no, I don't need a correction to this. I don't need nerds to be happy ever. That's personal. They know what they did. Um, but like, and I will like, of course, splice this footage. And this
Yeah,
game looks fucking fantastic.
it looks
bro.
really good. It almost looks like the forest, but dinosaurs. And
Yeah,
from the little clips I was watching, it looks terrifying. Like it looks like you're the last survivor in a Jurassic Park movie, and you're just trying to
really
survive until probably until help comes, some kind of beacon that you light up and someone saves you. Or maybe not. Maybe they'll throw a twist and like your whole thing is you just get to survive alone or die.
with the exception of Jurassic World, because I actually think Jurassic World is okay. I'll die on that hill.
I thought it was fine
that,
too.
that one is okay. I will say this, like, pause, time out. How do you turn? How do you put yourself into do not disturb mode?
Huh. I think you go at the bottom.
Dude,
and then
I got
click
it.
Okay, you got it.
I got it. I got it. I lost. Oh, why hasn't Hollywood jumped in on that bandwagon? By the way, of like, and maybe somebody has, but there is like a horror themed Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah,
would be great.
Well, the books, I guess, are very different than the movies.
Yeah,
the movies are very tame compared to the books, is what I've seen on TikTok. I've never actually read them, but
right.
Like you can't tell me that there's some director that can't do a actual like horror survival in the Jurassic World.
I mean, you could even like Spielberg himself. Like, it could just be Jaws with dinosaurs.
Yeah,
like you don't have. It doesn't have to be like you could literally premise this off of like. You could prequel this, right? Like, this is dinosaur number 1, the first dinosaur they make, right?
Yeah.
And it gets loose, and it's one dinosaur, like,
almost like an alien type of thing.
Yeah, anything but a fucking velociraptor, because
that's overdone.
What
would you want though?
I don't know. Maybe that one that
the Dilophosaurus, I think, is what it was called.
Yeah, the one that like spat at Nedley.
I think that would be cool because like the raptors are like the Hollywood raptors are like. They always focus on them. And like, yeah, like even when I was a kid, like, yeah, the raptors were the coolest. But I think the scariest dinosaur, if it was loose, would be the Dilophosaurus. That's probably not the right name. I'm probably just saying something random. That's probably not the right name. I should just say a different name for the same dinosaur every time I speak of it.
Just every time. Just every time.
The T-Rex.
Yeah. Listen, how many dinosaurs can you name off the top of your head right now? Because I've got maybe 4.
Like actual their real names or like kid names?
Real names, real scientific names.
Real
like
scientific names, none.
Yeah.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Rex. Velociraptor.
Yeah.
Velociraptor. Stegosaurus.
I'm gonna throw Dilophosaurus in there.
Triceratops.
Okay.
I found out that the long neck ones weren't real.
What?
Yeah, no, go ahead and look this up. That dinosaur probably didn't exist. Like, Littlefoot's a lie. And man, that makes me I cried like a bitch. So like to know that was based on a lie really kind of pisses me off. Yeah, it turns out that like you can look all this up because I'm not doing it for you. There were 2 like competing like archaeologists or whatever. Is it an archaeologist that digs who digs up dinosaurs?
We'll call it an archaeologist. Fuck it.
They were competing to see who could discover more, and there's pretty substantial evidence that like those are probably like 3 dinosaurs thrown together.
Oh, nice, perfect.
But it's like okay, who cares? Hang on, wait. I may have one more dinosaur fun fact in my brain. Give me a second here.
All right,
that one's not real. They were chickens. I have one third. I have a third random like dinosaur fun fact. So
Littlefoot's a lie.
Yeah, Littlefoot's a lie. Fuck him and them tree stars.
Okay. Cried like a baby. Off subject. Those tree stars. Those movies made the tree stars look delicious, though, didn't they?
I said, with the exception of marijuana, I've never wanted to eat a leaf more. Like, can we move next game?
Yeah.
Still Wakes, The Deep.
The Deep. Yes.
The Deep. Not to be confused with The Deep from The Boys. I'm fairly certain there's no fucking in this game.
Well, I don't want to play it then.
Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but like maybe there's some fucking, I don't know. This game looks fantastically scary to me though.
That game, it reminds me of an Amnesia game or Soma.
Yeah.
And it just looks terrifying. Like at first when you're watching like the trailer, it's just like you feel like you're just trying to escape like a sinking oil rig.
Yeah.
But then you hear like roars, like growls and roars, and like something's legit after you.
Yeah.
On the oil rig.
This game looks terrifying, and if you also have like a fear of open water, like if you have thalassophobia, which everyone does, they just don't know it.
Everyone
like
does to a degree.
You're afraid of open water. Trust me. You don't want to be in open water.
Yeah, you could swim in the ocean, but you can't tell me if you look down and see literally nothing, that's not going to kind of scare anyone.
Right? Like that.
Or maybe you look down and see something very big looking back.
That's like the big thing for me.
Yeah.
Like, man, the ocean is so weird. The ocean is so weird and spooky.
It's so big. Well, then you got like the Mariana Trench. Like, fuck that shit.
And we've explored like none of it. Like we've explored so little.
What is it? Like 8% or something like that is what everyone says. I've never actually looked up the statistic, but it was a low amount.
Listen, I'm comfortable being wrong. So long as everyone else is also mostly wrong, that's okay. I'll take that one. This game looks fantastic and claustrophobic, and I both love and hate that feeling.
It reminds me of The Bunker, just with water.
But with water, and I don't have to jerk. It doesn't look like, I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't look like I have to jerk off my flashlight.
Yeah, no jerking off flashlights.
I'm okay with that. Okay, like there is something terrifying of that tight corridor. Where it's like you can go ahead or go behind. You can't go. You can go forward or you can go back, and there could be something behind you, but there might be something in front of you as well. That is terrifying.
Well, also looked.
I love that.
Now I'm just going off the trailers, but what it also looked like is it looked like a true survival horror. It didn't look like you get a weapon.
Yeah, no. Maybe some.
You might get something to maybe stun it, but it wasn't even like The Bunker, where The Bunker you got like the pistol. And it like, granted, we're going off a trailer. We'll see when it releases, but it looked like they're like you were just like, good luck. Hope you make it.
Right. See you later, buddy. Which it's like it takes place in the 70s, which I love that because they have to kind of time video games anymore because otherwise some dick's gonna be like, why didn't they just use their cell phone?
Yeah.
And it's like you could make that they could have put this in today as well with that game because in open water, like what are the odds you're gonna have signal? You know what I mean? But then there'd be some jackass talking about satellite phone. There's always some asshole. There's always some asshole, man. Reddit's out there.
Oh god, Reddit is just a cesspool of just gamers sweat and cum. It's just disgusting.
I was talking to my boss about us doing the podcast the other day, and we were discussing like the internet and being on the internet and whatnot. And he's like, the Reddit could just rename itself to actually.com. And be like, yep,
that'd be perfect.
I was like, listen, if you want to know the answer to something, just confidently post anything on Reddit that's wrong, and someone will be along in 35 seconds to correct.
You can post anything that's right, and someone will come along to correct you, to give you a more accurate answer.
Right. Fuck, I love Reddit. So much
the sky is blue. Well, actually, it's blue because of,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're going to break it down. They're going to break it all down for you.
And then they're going to break you down until you never want to go on that fucking site again.
Right. Back on that game.
Yeah.
Back on that game, though. Kristen Stewart did a movie, and I don't know if you know who Kristen Stewart is. She was in the Twilight movies.
Oh, yeah.
She did a movie called Underwater.
Okay.
It is so fucking underrated. It's so good. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything for this.
I'll give it a try.
Good.
It's called Underwater.
So good. Underwater. It's so good. This is one of those like, oh, I guess I'll watch this. I wanted to watch a horror movie or whatever, and saw that and put that on and was like, holy shit, this is underrated as fuck. This is
I'll have
really
to give it a try because I always look for. Does it have an ending or is it one of those things? Okay.
Oh no, it ends.
Because my wife hates when we put on a movie and it just like pitch black and then credits roll. They'll be like mid-sentence, and we are lazy viewers. We don't want to come up with the ending.
Not big fans of The Sopranos over there, I see.
Yeah. Also,
don't stop.
Believe.
There you go.
Another game coming out this year, Little Nightmares 3.
Oh, let's go.
That one is going to be a banger. Was the second one co-op?
No.
Okay, so this third one
no, but
is
you
going
did
to
have
be
a buddy.
Yeah, I remember you had a buddy. This third one, they're making into a co-op game. So I'm thinking, what was that co-op game where you like pulled the elephant's eyes out? You were like, it was like a husband and wife, and they were like, they turned into dolls.
Just the two of us.
Yeah, it's just the two of us, but more horror.
That's all. I love Little Nightmares. I love the aesthetic of it. I love
so
the world.
Great. It's such a great little. I don't want to call it a sleeper hit, but
no, because it was a hit.
Yeah,
but I feel like
it should be
even bigger.
Like it's
not a
AAA company that makes it, right?
No.
Yeah, but they're so good with their aesthetic. Their gameplay is solid for a platformer, and usually their prices aren't bad either. So that always helps.
Yeah, and there's some puzzle like they're they're not hard puzzles, but there are puzzles.
Yeah,
and it's incredibly enjoyable. Man, and bleak and sad. If you are Midwest emo and you don't play Little Nightmares, there's something wrong with you because like it's sad. Like the games are sad.
Yeah.
The world is tragic, and you're just a little guy in a tragic world, and nothing seems to like you for whatever reason. So it's beautiful. I find so much beauty in that game, and I cannot say enough nice things about it.
No, I'm so that's one of my favorite games, even though I have not played the second one, and I need to.
Oh man,
I'm thinking
I got the second one on my Switch.
Oh, nice. I'm thinking I'm going to do a playthrough of all the first two leading up to the third one when the third one comes out.
That's fantastic. We had went up to the city for something or other, and I'd seen that it was on the Switch, and I'd had my Switch with me, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna play this."
Yeah.
And I bought it and just play. And it's like not a long game. That's something else. That's probably why the price point is where the price point is. The games aren't very long.
No, they're like a couple, like 3 hours. Like they're not.
If that. Yeah. But over the course of just like a couple of days, like when we weren't out doing stuff around the city, I just kind of. It's a good one of those good games for the Switch because you can just put it down and then pick it back up.
Yep.
And the controls aren't terribly complicated. If you remember what you were doing, you can suss it out pretty quick.
I will put the title on that game as a cozy horror game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't get a lot of cozy in the horror genre, so
yeah,
that's pretty metal. Like
it's pretty metal to have cozy horror.
Right? Like, come on, man. Like, that just doesn't happen.
No, it really doesn't. Not enough, at least. Like, I enjoy cozy horror from time to time. And, like, there's that game. There's a couple other ones. I don't
know if I would count it as horror. Again, like, I think we talked about this last week, too. And I didn't count it as horror then, either. Liza P. is... It's a Souls-like, but it's very cozy to me. Just for the records you get that play in the hotel.
Okay.
It's I don't know, man. I'm really liking that game, and it is very like I don't know, just kind of fun to exist in that weird world with the puppets. I like it.
I was watching you, and it looked like fun. I've never seen gameplay of it, but it looked fun. It didn't look like overly Dark Souls, where it's just like super frustrating. But it did take you about 3 hours to get past that boss.
I was getting my shit rocked by them dudes, man. And all it took was that's my problem in games is I will get so focused on winning that I'll stop thinking of like maybe I should change my weapon. And the moment I changed my weapon, I just proceeded to beat the shit.
I did the same thing on Thymasia, which is like another Souls clone, and you might like that one. Look into it.
I like most Souls-like.
This one was very Bloodborne-esque.
Love Bloodborne, which Liza P is as well.
Yeah, and Thymasia was great, but there's a little bit more farming involved, which I didn't realize because I played just Dark Souls 3, which I feel like is the most vanilla of the Dark Souls.
It really is.
Like you didn't really have to farm too much on that one, but on Thymasia, like I could not beat the first boss because I didn't realize I had to actually go and farm up to his level, and then I actually won. But you talk about hard bosses, Thymasia will fuck your shit up.
I love that. See, and I enjoy that though. I thoroughly enjoy that. I know that's not fun to watch someone get their shit wrecked for 3 hours.
But then sometimes it is once they do it, you know?
Oh man, the joy.
Yeah.
The joy of beating. Listen, first off, that boss cheats, okay? First off,
they all cheat. All the bosses cheat.
They be cheating out there. That one specifically though, because like straight up, those motherfuckers, like, you know, you're supposed to fight one guy, then his buddies jump in.
Yeah.
Come on now.
It's like, bro, you got your little minions to help.
Yeah, like fuck you, bro. That ain't cool.
It's just me, and you stagger my ass.
Right. On the note of comfortable horror, I don't know if this will count. I guess this depends on how you were raised. Wronged Us is another game on the list. And looking at this game, looking at the trailer for this game, like this is just the town I grew up in. Like
long dusk or long dust?
No. Wronged.
Us. What?
Yeah, it's on your list. It's on your list.
It's on my list. Okay.
10. Yeah, it's number 10.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So the premise, the setup for this.
Oh, okay. I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't know. Okay, yeah.
Guy comes back to town, and town is getting real. I never want to draw comparisons to Silent Hill, but it's third person, which I always love. I love third person horror games. Eternal Darkness being like one of my favorite third person horror games from the way back. And if you've never played Eternal Darkness, do yourself a favor. That game is great. But this game looks fantastic. I'm super excited to play it. It will be on my like day one kind of buy list.
Okay.
Because I love amnesia. Someone wakes up with amnesia, not amnesia the game. Someone wakes up with no memory, has been gone for a while, comes back. That story, the fish out of water returning kind of story. I love that story.
Okay.
And this game seems to scratch that itch for me. And it does look like there might be some form of crafting in this or something.
It kind of looked sure. It looked interesting. I don't know. I think it's still pretty early on that game, so I don't know if there's a ton on it yet.
Yeah.
But the trailers I was watching, it looked interesting.
It's definitely something to like put on the wish list.
Yeah.
If
you just see what happens.
Just see what happens. It seems like it's going to be very, very heavy stealth.
Which heavy stealth can be really fun.
And very scary.
Yeah.
The other thing I don't like in heavy stealth is checkpoint systems in heavy stealth games. Piss me off because you'll have to like die or you get found, restart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I also like, again, coming from someone who plays Souls likes, I get it. But I don't know, man. Something about it in stealth really pisses me off.
You're like, no, I want to be punished when I get caught.
Yeah, I don't just want to like it. I don't know. It just bothers me to have to like continually restart.
But yeah, no, I get that. Going back to our dinosaurs. Deathground. Not right now. Okay.
Oh yeah, no. Apparently 24 is going to be the year of the dinosaur.
Yeah, like there's like 3 or 4 coming out of just dinosaurs. And one already came out. I forget the name of it. I think it's on my wish list, but it was more of it looked like Turok in graphics, but it was like updated movement and stuff. It looked pretty cool. I might give it a try. But Deathground it looks a lot like, I know I compared the other one to The Forest, but this one's actually co-op.
So, I'm getting heavy, like watching the trailer for that. I got heavy Alien Isolation vibes.
Yeah.
I love Alien Isolation.
It looks really good, and I'm pretty excited for it. Because you even have like a movement scanner like Alien too.
Yeah. No, you get getting real heavy vibes, and I'd be curious to know if like anybody from that team was involved in Isolation, or if this is just kind of like take inspiration from. I'm curious to see how smart the dinosaurs are. Like
how exactly, like, are they going to be ones where you can walk 2 feet behind them and they don't notice you? Like, what's that game? Far Cry AI, where they're just kind of dumb. Or is it going to be like Alien Isolation AI, where it's actually rather intelligent for an AI?
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll say it. I never beat Alien Isolation because I was too dumb. I couldn't figure it out.
That game, Terra. I'm a massive Alien fan. Like I love Alien, and I love Aliens for other reasons. And I even go as far as to say I like Alien 3,
Yeah.
which everybody hates Alien 3. But I love Fincher's work, and it's like it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, that game looks pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm vibing for that. Just gonna be running from and or killing dinosaurs in
Yeah,
2024.
and it looks like the latter. It looks like you're going to just be trying to run from them. The trailer did not show combat. It showed you running a lot, and it showed you dying a lot and hiding, and then the co-op the co-op perspective of the game, which always turns any survival horror game into a comical horror game when you get to bring your friends.
That's the thing with like Lethal Company, Phasmophobia, any game I can, The Forest too, any game I can play with my friends is infinitely less scary after about 10 minutes in.
Yep.
When we've stopped being afraid and start talking about sucking each other's dicks. like the moment one of us is like, how long do you think we'd be stranded on this island in real life before we depending on the friend, you know, that
30 seconds.
Yeah, it's like I was sucking your dick before we landed. What are you talking about? Like,
yeah, we were already in the ship cabin. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what do you mean?
We didn't even crash yet.
So I'm excited. Though I do still like I love co-op games. I love co-op horror. So I want there to be more of that. But I do hope the people making those things need to. The Forest 2 seem to nail it. Like there's a lot of tongue in cheek in that game, which is good because if you're gonna allow people to like hang out with their bros in this world, that's what's gonna happen. Like your friends are always gonna bust jokes, and leave you to die if possible.
See ya. You ain't gotta be faster than the monsters. You gotta be faster than your friend.
That's it. You just gotta be faster than your buddy, and you're gonna be fine. Like I don't have to outrun the bear. I just have to outrun you.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
That's it.
I love that. Another game drop. I'm hoping that drops this year. Hang on. I got this. Hollow Body.
Hollow Body. Was that on a list? On the list, or is that a different one?
It is. No, that is on your list. And again, here we are. Silent Hill 3. Like real massive Silent Hill 3 vibes. And again, I love the first 3 Silent Hill games. So 3 particularly being a favorite of mine. I really dig 3. I even have the Legion cosmetics in Dead by Daylight for the Silent Hill Legion from the amusement park. But this game looks fantastic to me. It looks like it's little dialogue. She's like the main character for this even has a light on their chest, which is, I mean, just look up Silent Hill 3, you'll figure it out. And she's blonde too. Somebody clearly loves something here, whether they want to admit it or not. But it looks fantastic. It looks scary. I don't know. It just looks good to me.
And that's the one that looks almost third person, but fixed camera still too, right?
Yeah, it looks like your camera is fixed.
But not as fixed as Resident Evil 1. Not that type of fixed. Like it still follows you.
Yeah. Yeah, not that type of fixed. Which I wouldn't mind playing I would not mind playing a game set up like Resident Evil 1.
I feel like that was why Resident Evil 1 was so scary back in the day, was because you couldn't see what was coming at you necessarily all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no man, you'd be running down a hallway. And the shout out to the devs for that game, like you could clear the zombies out of the hallways, but at a certain point, like other things would start being in those hallways.
Yep.
Right. And I like that because you're just never truly safe.
No.
And for a game from so long ago, for them to have done that, you know what I mean? Like that's great.
Yeah, exactly. It really defined survival horror back then.
Really did. Like, oh man, it's so good. Can we get into from survival horror back then? Let's Alone in the Dark is allegedly good.
That was one I wanted to touch on for sure too, was Alone in the Dark.
Did you ever play Alone in the Dark?
I did not. So I'm actually looking forward to this remake. Because what the Alone in the Dark, it was It is super old, right?
Yeah, like I actually want to look that up. I want to see how far back that goes.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm super excited for it. It looks dope. Like it looks beautiful. And I know alone
92.
92. Okay, yeah. I thought it
Yeah.
was like, yeah, so that came out a year before I was even born.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's amazing. Yeah,
So,
I've pulled up the wiki page for it just out of my own curiosity.
okay.
Um, I know I have played at least one thing that called itself Alone in the Dark. I'm just
I
not
think
sure
there's a
what.
couple.
And I don't think I was like super. Yeah, okay. So the one that has it's like a dude on the front cover and he's holding a gun.
Uh-huh.
I've played that one.
Okay.
Where did you drop? That was a 360 game. So somewhere in that window, I
Okay.
played that one, and I wasn't a big fan. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
did not sell me. Sadly, did not sell me. Because there were other games around that I could play at that time. I could be playing
Yeah.
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising was so fun.
Oh my god, that game rocks. I love Dead Rising so much. That is one of my favorite series. The second one is just absolutely fantastic.
I only played the first one and the third one.
The first one was great. The first one is great. The town of like the whole town of Willamette thing. The achievements for it are amazing. On a previous Xbox um, account, I had gotten all the achievements in that game, but like one. I hate.
I didn't even
I
beat
want to
it.
go back someday. I want to go back someday and just re-get all those achievements so I have them. Like I've replayed through it. I'll tell you this. This is something interesting from that era. And I was telling my kid about this the other day when that game launched. Xbox put all their eggs in one basket on that one because if you didn't have a high def television,
Oh
you
God.
could not. They would send you text there would be like text appear at the
Mm-hmm.
bottom of the screen telling you what to do and where to go. If you didn't have a high def TV, you couldn't read it.
Yep.
It was
I
blurry.
remember that.
Like if you had a standard def TV, you were fucked. Like there was just no option. It was like
No.
what is and like like high def TVs were not like
No.
they were not like they are now, of course.
Like
Like, but that
everyone
was
had
not a thing.
the tube TVs. Like
Yeah, it was still CRT. It was still
like
tube
you were
TVs,
lucky if you had a Trinitron.
right?
Like,
Uh,
oh my God.
yeah, no, because of that game, I went out and bought my first like high def TV. I was like, what the? Because I bought the Xbox and I bought the game. I ain't taking the game back. This is fun as
Yeah, I'd
shit.
rather just pay another $300 for a TV.
So I did. I went out. I bought a high def TV, like
And then
straight
you
up.
had to get the adapter for
Yeah.
the high
Oh yeah.
high def 360 adapter.
Yeah.
You're like, what's
Uh,
what are they? What the fuck's it called?
HDMI ports.
Thank you.
Got you. Man. Got you. Yeah, man.
Yeah, what's an HDMI? I was still
What the
plugging
heck?
red, blue, white.
Oh, dude, the aux cables, the aux
Yeah,
cables. I love that shit, dude.
yeah.
I used to
Everything
travel.
was simple.
I used to travel with my. I traveled with my Xbox and with my 360 when
Yep.
I got a 360. I traveled across this country with that, and I had adapters to hook that shit up to like in any hotel room. Like I was gonna.
I did the same. I remember I used to have those little like travel DVD players,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and I
Oh
would
yeah.
have that on the back of the seat when we would travel. I'd have I think it was the regular Xbox under my seat, and I would be playing Ultimate Spider-Man,
Oh hell
where
yeah.
you could play as Venom. I miss that game. That game was so good, especially for its time.
Right. Yeah. People talk about like the modern Spider-Man games being great, and they are great.
They are good.
Fantastic. Um, but studios back in the day were really like every studio that got a hold of that property really did seem to try to do something good with Spider-Man. You go back and play them; they're fun. Spider-Man 2 though for the PS2 is still probably the pinnacle for that
Yeah,
because it was the first one that just lets you fly around, like just swing around the city, like and that shit didn't exist, and that was amazing.
yeah.
Um,
I got one
uh,
for you
go on.
that I feel like is probably on your list. And the chordosis.
Or doses.
It's number
No.
4.
Number 4. Let's go.
And it's so from what I've also watched Jacksepticeye play the demo for it, and it just looks so good. And it's an alien one, and I know you and aliens. And but it also looks like it's kind of mixed with like Resident Evil Village.
I watched a trailer for this. The trailer made me jump.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Like the trailer straight up made me jump in my chair. I was like, damn it, boomer. Yeah. Just sitting in my living room in the dark, watching these trailers, like going through these trailers and just like,
It's like the fuck.
Yeah, no, this looks fantastic. This looks great. This looks great.
The only thing I would say is I want the aliens, not aliens. I want the aliens to not be pink and shiny.
I don't know, man. That's a weird color. Like you don't expect that color. That's a weird color.
I don't like how moist they look.
Bro, that's part of the fear. Listen, nobody wants anything moist to touch them.
Yeah, I guess it makes the probing easier.
That they're not friendly with. Like if you're not friendly with something,
I guess that's true. Like it kind of adds contrast of the worlds, you know, like this world's all dark and dingy, and then you got these beings that are just like they don't belong.
Yeah, I do love some dinge in your world, but man, horror games do need to calm down with that. The dinge is getting out of hand.
I think that's why like Little Nightmares is so good, is because like it is dingy, but there is still contrast in the dinge.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just gonna. Everything is so dirty in every horror game. Everything is so dirty.
Can we get clean horror?
I guess in every apocalyptic scenario, the OCD people go first. I guess that's what they're trying to tell me.
all the clean freaks die.
They just die.
They can't keep up.
Yeah, they took one look at this world. This game does look great though. The inventory system in it looks very interesting to me because like even like watching this trailer, I have questions. Like I'll put it up in there.
Yeah.
And someone can speculate because like in the trailer for this game, they open their inventory and they just have a torso and what looks like a drive shaft for like a 77 Buick, maybe. I'm not sure. But just like, and also bullets. But you know,
and like, bullets.
Like so, yeah. This game looks very good.
It looks super good. And I think the demo is available. I don't know where. I didn't look that up. But
itch.io.
Okay, itch.io. So you can play the demo, get a feel for it.
You can also buy it already.
Oh, you can like pre-buy it?
You can buy it and play it. It's just not anywhere close to being like.
Okay.
Yep. So, but the dev has said. He's working on it. There will be more added.
Yeah.
Whatnot, which I mean, if you want to get in early and try it, like go for it. That's cool.
Yeah. Like it looks like a super good game once he does finish it, or she. Once the dev finishes it, I think the dev's onto something. I think the dev's got a little gold mine for survival horror.
Yeah. No, that looks fantastic.
And what helps is there's not a lot of alien survival horror. Particularly in the more of like the typical Martian genre, where the blue or the gray look.
Yeah.
It's always, Alien, like Alien, the movie. Like it's always like these crazy looking things, not, what we kind of grew up with.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's actually kind of what I appreciate with them being pink is you are so used to like, the gray alien, or the little green men or whatever, that to have them be like pink and moist is startling. Like that is startling. You're like, oh, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, like once we touched on like the dinge, I was like, you know what? I kind of like the idea that they're just giant pink moist beings.
Yeah.
Because it adds that contrast that they shouldn't be here.
Yeah, they definitely should. Yeah, especially in like a world where everything else is like, especially if it's all played at night, where everything is dark, gray, black. To have that, and that also is a good indicator of like, oh, probably shouldn't go that way. So there's something with like vibrant color down there. No,
that's true. And vibrant, even in nature, it's always means stay away.
Yeah, it always means stay away. It's a run. More old horror dropping this year too. Stalker 2.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
I don't know shit about Stalker other than it looks fantastic.
Yeah, and
And the
Stalker,
community,
you go.
the community for it is pissed off right now
Uh-huh.
because apparently Stalker has seen like a real like big revival and people are really digging it, but there are people coming into the community that kind of want to change everything.
Okay.
And that always bothers me. Like that's one of the proponents of like why we should gatekeep. And I hate gatekeeping. Don't gatekeep things.
Maybe a little
Unless
bit.
unless people are trying to fundamentally change
Yeah.
the thing that like, oh, this thing would be great if only it wasn't, right? And it's like, nah, get out. You're not allowed to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Stalker community is currently experiencing this, but this Stalker 2
It
looks
looks so
fantastic.
good.
It makes me want to go back. I think Stalker. I actually want to look this up before I just talk out of my ass. So Stalker. There's a movie from 1979. I swear Stalker is based off of a book series.
Are you thinking Metro?
I know oh man, Metro's so good. Let's hope we get more Metro this year.
Right? Maybe like they just haven't announced it yet and they'll be like, it's coming in a month.
Right? Like, oh no, we just wanted to drop that on you.
Metro is a solid series.
Like if you've got the free time, do it. Like just get out there and play. Just go play
Yeah.
Metro. Maybe I'm thinking of the Metro series. It does look fantastic though. I may go back and play the original.
I know there's a heavy
Shadow
modding
of
community
Chernobyl.
for the Stalker series too, and you can make that game into fucking anything you want it to be.
Right? So it looks like Shadow of Chernobyl is the first one and it drops in 07.
Okay. I know I have them all.
Clear Sky is the second one, released a year later. Call of Pripyat is the next one.
Okay.
Heart of Chernobyl is which is also, so it's like 07, 08, 09. They just drop these things out and then do nothing till this year.
2024. And we're getting Stalker 2. But it looks amazing.
Which, if you're wondering why we haven't like put release dates on any of this, few of them have like a set in stone release date. They have something in the neighborhood of like, just wish list us on Steam. And it's like,
yeah, okay. And like that can be like it could release this year. It could release in 7. You know,
right? So like I'm looking like right now at Stalker, the newest one, right? And it looks like the release date was pushed back just multiple times.
Okay.
They're saying the 5th of September, 2024.
That's their current one.
Yeah, it looks like it was pushed back in 21 and 22 and 23. Like this game has been pushed back multiple times, which in the old school days, like the more a game was like pushed back, the odds are that it was going to be dog shit went up, right?
Right.
However, in the modern world, not so much. Like a game being delayed actually is generally a good thing, because it gives the devs time to like work stuff out, and fix things, and not release a game that's like day one. It has to have a day one patch.
Which is how I feel the Forest should. I think the dev should have not caved to the community and pushed it back again. I know they would have gotten backlash by the community, but a lot of my friends that played day one, I don't know if I talked to you about it. I think you're fine with the game, but a lot of my other friends that played it, they were not happy with it, and they actually like they played it for like a week and they're like, I'll wait till it full release. And I'm like, well, we could have just waited.
We all could have just waited. I was okay with it. The original for was like, glitchy, buggy, like problematic thing, walking out, especially trying to play that game multiplayer. Like if you tell me that you and your buddies got on and played The Forest and had absolutely zero problems with anything, then you only played it once. The same vein with Green Hell. Green Hell is a great game. It is fantastic, but man, if you play with your friends, just know if they leave and come back, they're fucked.
Green Hell was a good one.
Although, like Beans and I, my buddy Beans and I, will still to the like, we'll just be like, so thirsty because they just couldn't trust the devs for whatever reason, could not trust the player base to monitor their own like
Right.
health and well being. So your guys gotta, yeah, your guys gotta remind you that he like needs it, like he's hungry, he's
like
thirsty,
a cat.
he's tired. Yeah,
Feed me.
yeah, yeah. He's like, gotta take a shit, and it's just like cool. So it's like I don't even know why they have the they have a watch that lets you like monitor your vitals
Yeah,
in that game.
the macro watch.
Yeah, and it's like why is this here if he's also just going to announce to me when I need to drink water? Like,
yeah,
so it's weird. It's weird. I try not to walk around in the world just announcing things I need and what I'm doing like very often, though sometimes I guess I do.
I do it on purpose.
Just for fun. I'm narrating my own life.
I saw a Markiplier clip and he was playing some game and it was like the directions for the game, but they were graffitied on the wall. Yeah. And it's like press control to crouch, and he's like, I want to just do this in the real world. He's like, press shift to run in like random spots. Alt F4.
See, that's the difference between me and Markiplier. See, I will commit crime. Like that he does. Too. He just fucked up. I'm fit to have like.
You're like, that does seem like a fun idea.
That does seem like a fun idea. I wonder if I could get little stickers made up that look like little tutorial notes.
That would be great. I want to get stickers for the podcast for us so we can sticker slap the shit out of everything.
I'm about to say, let me tell you the amount of felonies I commit randomly. I'm not sure. It's probably a misdemeanor, but like I put.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna go to prison or anything.
Probably a misdemeanor, right? But I take stickers with me almost everywhere we go. Usually Adventure Time stickers, because I bought 250 of them for like $3. Yeah. Oh, I had so many. I have put several of them up in art museums.
Van Gogh
in art museums. Yeah,
Adventure Time.
Adventure Time. I've put them up, so none near any of the art or on any of the art. I'm an asshole.
You're not that much of an asshole.
Yeah, no, but I have hidden several stickers across, littered from like Nashville to Chicago.
That's fucking great.
Because that's mainly where I travel. We go down to Nashville for stuff. We go to Chicago for stuff. We go to St. Louis for stuff. I'm Midwest emo around the Midwest, so it's pretty fun. But yeah, no, I like to. So. Yeah, no, I might get some stickers made up. Yeah. I don't know where we're at on time, but I do want to talk about War of the Worlds.
Okay.
The game.
I know we got at least. I want to touch on one more that's not on the list, and then one more after War of the Worlds that is on the list, and it's the big one.
Okay. War of the Worlds. I didn't dislike the Tom Cruise movie. No, I didn't.
I grew up like I was a kid. I mean, anything's a kid to me now, but right. I was a kid when the first one came out, and I didn't mind it. I thought it was fine.
Like people hated it. People made fun of it. You can find countless clips poking fun at this movie or plot holes or anything else. But I loved the look of the tripods. I loved the sound that they made. Just from that like point of view of it. So to know that we're getting a game, which this game, I'm pretty sure I saw a trailer for this years ago.
The trailer looks like it's from years ago.
I feel like I saw this trailer years ago and they're still working on this game. But it looks very fun to me, and I like this idea. And it does, like, just from the trailer, it does look a little like it's definitely Survivor horror. Yeah. Because how you gonna fight these things. But
I feel like that's the only way to make that game.
You've got like a days survived thing. You've like I do like the idea, and apparently you can play as the aliens as well. Oh. And that looks really fun to me.
That does seem really fun. Just yoinking people out of their houses and shit.
Yeah, and just like nuking the world and stuff. I love Destroy All Humans. That's another.
That's a solid franchise. I love those games.
Franchise. The game is fantastic. What else you got for me?
Okay, so what I'm really looking forward to that is, I believe confirmed for 2024, is Hunt Showdown's new engine upgrade. We're getting an engine upgrade in Hunt. You know me and Hunt.
I do know you and Hunt.
And
wait. Hunt's already pretty good looking.
The Cry engine is a very beautiful engine. But I think with the release of Unreal 5, I think Crytek decided that they should probably update too.
Yeah.
There's not a lot on it. It's releasing this year, and that's just about all they've let us know. They're not releasing any teaser photos of what it'll look like. We haven't gotten any trailers yet. I'm sure we might in the coming future. In the future. But I'm super excited for it. I'm also very nervous about it. I think I think there's going to be a lot of bugs day one. I'm not even looking to play Hunt on day one because I feel like there's going to be so many bugs. I don't know what the new specs are going to be to where if like, will my little PC be able to even handle it? You know, like,
right.
I'm also hoping that the gen update helps with some of the cheating, the exploits in Hunt.
Yeah.
So in Hunt, you can, at least on PC, you can de-render walls and shit by just go playing on low settings, and then you go far away from a compound, you can see straight through the wall and just shoot people through the wall. And it's bullshit. Yeah. So I hope that the new gen can maybe help counter the in-game exploits. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. I think that'll be super cool. And like Giz said, it's already a very pretty game. Like you can just, if you can, crank that bitch up to ultra and just go into a raid and just look around the map, and it'll be one of the most beautiful games you've ever seen. So
and Hunt really, and people are like, "Oh, Hunt doesn't count as a horror game." Bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's Louisiana, the bayou. There's swamp. There's monsters.
There's voodoo.
The true fear of that game, much like Tarkov, is other people.
Yeah.
Like that's the scariest part of that. You do not know. Like you drop in with, possibly what is it, three other teams?
Yeah, three other teams. Yeah.
So it's 4 teams total, and you don't know what they're doing. You don't know where they're going. You don't know where they've spawned. Sometimes, and I know this is by design, you will spawn very close to another team.
Yep.
You will be shooting within 30 seconds of moving. Like you will be in a firefight. That game is very good. I love Hunt Showdown. I think it's fantastic. Shout out to the devs on that for never giving up on that game.
I will give the devs that. They got a lot to fix, but
yes,
they have not given up on that game. And I think we touched on the date. I think it was like 2016 when it released or something. So it's fairly old, and they still... We're currently in an event for that game.
Yeah. Oh, constant updates. Them and Behavior. The Crytek and Behavior both like come from that sweet spot. And I tell people about this, like with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which, side note to that, they're doing a community thing today.
Okay.
Where they're gonna like say what's coming up and what's going on and everything else.
So our wonderful editor will probably put a little snippet.
I'll put something
because we're dating the fuck out of our podcast.
Yeah.
We said we were gonna.
We're just gonna do this. Yeah, I told you we were gonna fucking do this. So yeah, I'll find once they're done, they generally post it up on their Reddit.
Okay.
So I'll find where what they put in and find the highlights and put them somewhere, maybe right here, for people.
Okay.
And go from there. But the same thing with them though, like Behavior and Crytek, they had that time at 2016, they released games that released to like little fanfare, were okay. But it was really the community that kept pushing for those. And like outside of the horror genre, Payday 2 being the ultimate example of that. Payday 2 is a game that the community was just like, nope, we're not letting you die. We're going to support you. We like this idea. We like what you're doing.
Sometimes the community is what you need behind the game. It's not necessarily the devs. The devs can put out shit all they want, but if they don't have a community to do it to, nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Which that brings me back to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. Every day, if you get on, again, cesspool, you get on Reddit, people are like, "Oh, this game's dead. Game's dead. Game's dead. It's gone. I'm leaving. Everybody's like, we're leaving. We're going. It's like they're like, I wanted this game to be more. It's like, well, if you wanted it to be more, you had to keep playing.
Yeah, you got. If you want it to be the best it can be, you need to be in the community. You can't just be like at the most minor inconvenience. You can't just be like, I'm out because you want $15 for a skin. Like.
Yep. Like, and I understand the complaints, and I know that there's just so much to play.
And it's the same with Hunt. There's so many complaints with Hunt, but if you just dip out, then like what are they going to do? Like if they don't have a community to fix things for, like I love Hunt. It's got its shit. It's got shitty bugs and exploits, but like I love the game. I'm going to keep playing the game and be like a part of the community.
That's it. And if you're going to come with a complaint, at least come with like an idea of a solution of some nature.
Yeah, you can't just be like, this game's shit. Well, why? It's just shit. Like, no, no.
Yeah, I hate that mentality of like, this game's shit.
And that's internet mentality.
Shit. How would you fix it? That's not my job to fix it.
Yeah, I'm not a game dev. Like, then, okay.
Then why are you? Yeah, then shut the fuck up.
At least give a reason it's shit, not just it's like, it's bad. Okay.
Yeah, I'll accept. Like, there are people I know, there are people I'm friends with who are like, I hate Dead by Daylight. Okay, why? And they will list legitimate reasons as to why they don't like it. And it's like, okay, understandable. Have a good day. You
can literally say that I don't like the gameplay. That's better than saying the game's shit. You know,
you can be like, oh, it's improperly balanced. This character's too strong. They need to look at this. They need to look at that. This is the problem. This is a problem. The wait times are a problem. The lobbies are a problem. All of these things can be a problem. Like matchmaking, you can list anything. Give me anything other than game shit moving along.
Like okay, I guess I'm gonna go back to Fortnite. Like, you know.
All right, buddy. We'll see you over there.
I saw a video today, or was it yesterday? I can't remember. And the guy was complaining. He's like, "There's no games to play," as he's playing Fortnite, and it's like, bro, you know how many games there are to play? You just don't want to go out of your comfort zone and be bad at a game. And I think that's a big thing with a lot of like streamer mentality. They don't want to learn new games. They want to play what they're good at. And it's like
that also comes back. Like, and I had this big issue with Dead by Daylight of like getting up to like 25 viewers in Dead by, but not for any other game. People were coming to watch Dead by Daylight. Yeah. And it's like, okay, cool. But like, if you don't want to hang out with me, then just fuck off. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't. If you're only watching your favorite streamer for one game, then that's not your favorite streamer, is it? Like,
you just like the game,
and you just like the game.
You like the game and this streamer, but you don't love this streamer.
Yeah. So I like play what you like, play what you love.
Yeah.
And if you do have true passion for it, you can play just one game and just play that forever if you want. Go for it. But if not, and you want to branch out, just be aware that like some people are just watching you for the game. And streamers hate to leave their comfort zone. Watching a streamer, and I'm not listening, but watching a streamer who's like his average is like, I don't know, 2,500 for one stream, but then they play like something else that they've been dying to play and want to share.
And they'll have like 100.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, that fucking sucks.
That's a big blow. Like, I mean, it's the same for me. Like, usually I'll top out like 20 to 40 now. And if I go and play, let's say Resident Evil 4, I'll probably have like 7 people.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's where that coming back to like, just fuck it, man. Just play what you love.
Yeah.
Like, you're not trying to grow, because if that game goes away, your audience is gone.
Yeah. Like if Hunt decided to delete itself, there goes everyone in that community. You know, like they're not going to come watch you play Fortnite.
Yeah, they're not going to come watch you play Fortnite. When Fortnite goes away, or for anything changes in that zeitgeist to where that game, where the super popular game is not popular anymore, your audience is going to move on and find somebody else to watch play it. So like, man, you got to branch. You've got to branch.
Yep.
Even the
that's
biggest
one reason
members
I do
of the Dead by Daylight community branch out and play other games.
Yeah. Like, and you can still stay in a niche. Like, that's what I do. Like, I stay in like a horror niche. So I do Hunt, which is horror inspired. It has horror inspiration. Like, there's zombies and shit everywhere. There's monsters. And then I also do just horror playthroughs as well. So it kind of still stay in this horror niche. Or if you like, you know, like Tarkov, and say Tarkov dies one day, you can still stay in the tactical shooter niche. There's like Rainbow Six, there's Hunt, there's Marauders, you know, all the more tactical shooters aren't just like Call of Duty FPS.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get this last one in. And Silent Hill 2, the remake.
Oh yeah, like it's funny that we talked about Silent Hill last week.
I know.
And we talk about Silent Hill quite often and how much like I like that movie and stuff. And the first 3 games, to see like Silent Hill 2 is coming back around, and it is a remake. But from what I've looked into, there's going to be they're either fleshing things out more that weren't into that they wanted into, or they're adding more to it. So it won't just be like a shot for shot remake.
Oh, so it's gonna
There
be
will
kind of
be,
like a Resident Evil 4 remake.
yeah, very much in the Resident Evil style of like
Good.
we're remaking this, and it's gonna have all of like all the stuff you love, but we're gonna put more in there for you. And I'm fucking down for that.
That's
Like,
the best way to do remakes, in my opinion. Like, it's the same game, but it's just a little different to keep like the attention of the older fans that already played that game.
right? Yeah,
And
no, like hit your beats, hit your key beats.
Yep.
Like just watching the preview for it, the trailer for it. You got Pyramid Head. Like they tell me he's not raping a mannequin, but like he's raping a mannequin. Whatever in the fuck he's doing when you first like that's in there. Same thing for Evil Dead for me.
Yeah.
Like they remade Evil Dead in 2013. Girl got someone cuts off their arm. Girl gets raped by a tree. Bunch of people die. That's all the beats Evil Dead needs to hit. You nailed it.
That's the whole premise of that first movie.
It really is. It really is. It's great. It's fantastic.
What I will say too about Silent Hill 2, going off the trailer, I don't think it's in-game footage, but the games are getting to where they still hold up that quality of the trailers that they're releasing graphically.
Oh yeah.
At least for their cutscenes, and the cutscenes in this game are beautiful. Oh, absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, like chef's kiss level. Like, damn, like this is where we've come with technology. That's amazing. I love that.
It's so good.
I hope this is going to have the secret endings. If you've never played Silent Hill 2,
I've never played it, so
there are secret endings, and one of them is so fucking outlandish. I love it so much. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You have to play Silent Hill 2 now, and figure out how to get that secret. You gotta suss out how to get the secret ending. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I love it so much. You can tell that like the devs for that they love horror, and they love old horror, and they love to be like silly and
like the campiness.
Yeah, like zany. Like, and I'm so here for that. I did put in, by the way, if you check the edit, if you watch the YouTube version, I did put in which Silent Hill you had played in.
I did see that, and it was Homecoming.
I had to search that out for you. I had to figure it out. Yeah,
I could not. I didn't beat it, but I just remember I'm like, I went to GameStop, and I was like, what game do I want to play? I feel like a spooky game. I think I probably just finished like Dead Space, and I'm like, I'll play Silent Hill. Like I hear it's good. And I got Homecoming, and it was very different. It was not very linear, and at that time, like I don't do well in kind of even relative like small open worlds. I get confused. I can't prioritize anything.
Yeah,
and it was still good. It was still spooky, but I just got so lost in it. I didn't finish it.
I'm about to say, bro, I have ADHD. If I can wander off, I will wander the fuck off.
I do. And I know that's why people like open world, is because you can just wander the fuck off and do whatever you want. But I'm like, no, I want to do this, but I don't know how to do this.
I always need like an adult to kind of like somebody.
I need a guide.
To like, somebody to grab my hand and be like, "Hey, asshole, you forgot something." Yeah. Like, "Oh yeah, I did forget something." Hey, thanks, man. So then, I like that a lot.
And then just with like us wandering, you then will look at our taskbar up top on say like any Elder Scrolls or Fallout game. And you'll have so many icons because you've talked to so many people.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like,
oh, yeah.
Where do I go now?
Yeah, no, I've met 1,400 people in this world. So, like, here we are.
And 1,399 of them gave me a task.
Yeah, no shit. And Preston Garvey wants me to come back and do something. I fucking hate Preston Garvey so much. Dude, ruined that fucking game for me. Like, Commander, there's another cap, whatever he calls me. There's another. I'm like, man, I was like, man, I'm just gonna knock out all these so this dude will leave me alone. Turns out he'll just keep giving them to you forever. Like, he just keeps going. It's like, fuck
me.
Really? Fine.
I guess I'll go. I don't like it, but I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I'm gonna go. Speaking of gonna go, Give him a game to play this week. Give him
A game to play this week? Oh,
yes,
fuck.
give him a recommendation. What would you recommend someone play this week?
This week? Okay.
They're listening to this on Monday. We're gonna hypothetically say they're listening.
All right, we're gonna let me look. Let me go on Steam. It's gonna take a second.
I've got one. I've got one.
You got one? Okay.
Yeah, I got.
Give me 1 second because I don't want Steam to block your image.
Okay.
Just as you're saying, it's just my Steam password. Okay, you're good.
Okay. I mean, fuck, Little Nightmares, dude. Go play Little Nightmares.
Oh,
if you've not played Little Nightmares, that's my game recommendation of the week. Go play Little Nightmares 1 and 2, and just vibe out. You'll have a great time. Trust me. And if you don't, take it up with someone else because I don't want to fucking hear it. But no, go look at the game. Go play it. Go enjoy that world. It's a big beauty. They're not long games, like we said. It's not a long game. You can be in and out in a couple of hours. Go out there, play you some Little Nightmares, and see if that's your ish. If you haven't already, there you go.
Good job. Fuck. Okay. I got one.
Okay.
The exit Steam. Okay. So fuck, I forgot the name of it.
That fast.
I know the first part, but they always change the last part. Okay. SCP-5K. Now, I haven't played it, but what got me to buy it was the look of the gameplay. You could edit your guns almost in a Tarkov type of way. It had a lot of editing.
Yeah.
So that's going to be my homework this week, is maybe I'll actually give SCP a try. But it looked really good. It almost looked similar to Left 4 Dead, but in the SCP universe. And I think you play as... But I don't even know what you play as. I know you're like some type of soldier that's like a containment soldier, I think.
Yeah.
But that would be my recommendation, is SCP. That one looks super fun to me.
And if you like that and want to get more into that world, like there's a bunch of SCP games. That shit is like
there's so
anybody can make SCP games. It's in the public domain. And there's so many and of varying degrees in quality, but most of them are pretty good.
I feel like
SCP is great.
I feel like 1 week we just need to let Giz just SCP out.
Oh man, I'll talk all day. Like when I worked a job I worked a billion years ago, I would just I literally just I sat in a chair all night waiting because I was a dispatcher, right? And I would just read like the SCP Foundation webpage and just read about SCPs. That was just my night. In lieu of like reading books or doing any kind of like personal growth, like that's what I would do. I will do anything except go to therapy. Like I'm not doing it. I'm not going to therapy.
I refuse.
I refuse. I started a podcast so I didn't have to go to fucking therapy.
This is our therapy.
Yeah, no. Listen, I don't need it. You do. Someone else does. You nameless, faceless listener, you go to therapy.
Yeah.
I'll tell your therapist about how great I am. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Like, I heard this guy and he was really well-rounded and held together.
He just really liked SCP.
He's just really liked SCP.
Another thing kind of in the same realm that I really enjoy is Backrooms.
Oh, yeah.
Backrooms
one of my
is so good.
One of my coworkers plays Roblox, and Roblox, has gotten to a point where like they're just making anything in there.
Oh, yeah.
And they have been playing a Backrooms style game and just absolutely loving it. Which reminds me, I need to check in on them here shortly. Be like, hey, how's that going? Because make sure they didn't wind up slipping into them. Like,
right. Just the whole lore behind the Backrooms is wild to me. There's some aspects of it. It's just like, no, that's stupid. Like some of the entities that people have created is like, no, because I think technically Skibbity Toilet's in the Backrooms lore now because it's anyone can make lore, and you gotta love what's after Gen Z.
Oh my God. I don't know. What are they called?
I don't even know. But not Gen Z. It's the next generation. They're fucking shit up.
He's the point. I'm about to say the point you're getting to there is like not everything has to be the SCP Foundation, because that's like the original intent of the Backrooms wasn't supposed to be a weird SCP like amalgamation of like, oh, this monster's here, that monster's there, that monster's there, that monster's there. No, it was it had like a a little set of rules.
It was just like a liminal space. Like it was eerie because it was familiar and empty.
Yeah.
And then they did and like I'm fine with entities being in it. That's fun, but and like it's not real. But what if it was?
He says before he no clips out of
reality.
reality.
No clip during this video and just disappear.
At least then we'd have it on tape.
Right. Where'd he go? I don't know. Probably the back rooms.
I don't know. He's in the back rooms now, dude. Yeah. Yeah, no, I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of visiting the back rooms, I wanted to show you this real quick.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, fusion.
That is a mushroom candy bar.
Oh god. Giz is going to the back rooms or a horror house.
Yeah, I'm going to the back. I'm gonna go to the fucking back rooms, bro. Like, got that the other day. Super excited to try it. Will report my findings back for scientific research purposes.
Yep. This is all for our back rooms episode or SCP episodes.
Yeah, that's what this. Yeah, this is for. I'm not doing this because I want to. I'm doing this for science. Like,
yeah, I don't know what we'll do for next week. Me and Giz will talk. We'll see what we land on, and we will go from there. With that being said, oh, what?
No. I
sure?
don't want to give it. I don't want to give away. No, you go on.
Okay.
You go on.
Okay. We'll message. You keep your secrets.
I will. As a matter of fact.
All right. With that being said, thank you everyone so much for listening to the podcast this week, and we will see you on the next one.